All right, y'all, it is 6 o'clock on the dot, and we are here with another installment of Ask Claire, the 12/11/19 edition. And today's topic is, why do men cheat? But I have a little secret for y'all. Nobody knows, because it all differs between relationships. But what I do want to know, well, first, what I do want to say is, both men and women are guilty of cheating for whatever reason. We're not going to get into that. And we're not going to try to determine why that is. So what I want to know from y'all is, I know we talked last week about the relationships and how they're not as strong as they used to be back in our parents' days. I know that we talked about how chivalry is dead. Dating is also a dead thing as well. But I want to know from you guys, how'd your last relationship go? And who cheated? And we're also going to talk about physical versus mental cheating. Both can have very, very damning effects to the relationship depending on who it is. I know men usually get more offended when a woman physically cheats, and women usually get more offended when the man mentally cheats. And by the time they've already mentally cheated, ladies, they're halfway out the door. Also, in your past relationships, I want to know, how did you recover from the infidelity? Some people believe that it's not worth a divorce. It's not worth the breakup. Other people will divorce you and break up with you for less. So I want to know from your experiences, who actually cheated and how did you recover? Either you left or you're still together. Is the trust broken, or were you able to mend it with counseling or prayer or church or whatever? So let me know. So I'll start off with my experience. Basically, when I'm in relationships, I'm not a cheater. Like, cheating is not my skill set. I'm horrible at it. And I'll tell you why I'm horrible at it. Because just giving that much conversation and much commitment and that much time to somebody I'm in a relationship with, I don't have the extra time to do it with 2 people or 3 people or be a player or anything like that. So for some of you, cheating is your thing. Like, you're really good at it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but in my relationships, I'm not the cheater. I've never been the cheating party. But I have been cheated on. So the road to recovery is usually pretty long, and once the trust is broken, I'm pretty much done with you. So the relationship dies with that. So we're gonna sip tea all night long while I get some information from you guys and some feedback as well. So, I want to know from you guys whether or not men are able to recover faster than women, or is it pretty much a done deal for men like it is for women? It's a hard thing to get over. It's also a very hard thing to forgive. So, and power to you if you're one of those people who can forgive and forget. I am not one of those people. So out of all the relationships that I have been in, I have only cheated once and I sucked at it. So that was a one and done. However, I have been the cheatee multiple times. So I believe that the minute that your mate has their mind on someone else, that is when it begins. And I have some other opinions about that as well. Usually, if your mate has already gone off the mental with another person, something was lacking beforehand. Either, the relationship wasn't as solid, or the relationship was already headed to a brick wall anyway. And so the first step to stepping out on your mate usually begins with those casual conversations and things like that. Ladies, what not to do to try to, not that you can ever prevent your man from cheating, but there are things you can avoid to kind of push him that way. All right. So one of those things I think personally would be, you know how we have those situations where we meet a guy, maybe we work with them, maybe we go to school with them, maybe they're our neighbor, and we get into this thing where we build a relationship with them, just friends, you know, stuff like that, and we end up oversharing our business. And so my rule of thumb has always been, do not give another woman any ammunition that she could use to take your husband, your boyfriend, your mate away from you, right? So one of those things I never understood why women do this is, well, yeah, I never understood why women do this, but I know some women who do. They trash their husband, their boyfriend. They talk a lot of shit about their boyfriends and their husbands to other women. Ladies, why would you ever, you know? So, and it could be totally unsuspecting. It could be, you know, just coming up in conversation. However, as women, I think we have it in us to want to fix or be the better woman to a man than what he already has, right? So if a woman is already bashing her husband, her boyfriend, whatever, talking a lot of shit about her husband or whatever, for some of us, a light bulb goes off, right? A light bulb goes off to where we're like, well, I can do it better than she can. If she has a problem with this, I don't have a problem with that. He could probably do, you know, this, that, and the other, and I wouldn't be bothered by it. So ladies, what you're doing implicitly is you're setting up the new woman to take your man. Does that make sense? Because a lot of things that you would have problems with, a woman wouldn't have problems with. Another woman wouldn't have problems with. What you think is just inexcusable, another woman would be able to roll with it with no problem. Okay? And so the same thing goes for men as well. Men. If you are having problems in your marriage, with your wife, with your significant other in a relationship, the last person you're going to want to talk to is a single woman. Right? So I'll tell you why that is. You're telling a whole nother person with no attachments to you what the woman, hey Kashana, you're telling a whole other person with no attachments to you how to take you. Does that make sense? If you're going to sit here and tell me, a single woman, everything your wife is doing wrong, you are literally setting yourself up for me to go ahead and work my way in there. Not that it's right, because it's not. Not that it's one of those situations where you just, you know, got to take the bait. However, men, if you, hey boo, if you constantly tell a woman how shitty, how crappy, how this and the other your wife is, what is she going to do? That single woman, she's going to change the way she approaches you. If your woman don't tell you she loves you a lot, that single woman is going to build you up and tell you how great you are. And it could be very genuine. It could be very genuine, very, you know, coming from a good place. However, she knows that you're lacking that at home. So she's going to give you that when you're around her, right? And God forbid you end up sleeping together. If your wife don't do A, B, and C, guess who's about to do A, B, and C? That single woman, right? Okay, so if she won't do the things you think she should do in the bedroom, don't tell another woman that. Because eventually, when all the opportunities present themselves and all the time comes together in this perfect storm, guess what? You're about to get your world rocked, okay? And it's going to make it very, very hard for you to walk away from that side piece to go back to your main piece. Dig me what I'm saying? So, women, if you have one of those work husband, work friends, male friends or whatever, and you are going through something with your husband and he's not treating you right, he don't have no job, he don't pay no bills, he does this, that, and the other, don't tell your single male friend that. Okay? Even though it's coming from a good place and he really wants to help you out, he wants to be that good friend to you, eventually, like I said with women, if the perfect opportunity arises and the perfect storm comes and you get together, albeit wrong as all day long, if you get together, that woman or that man is going to do everything you're lacking. And that's just one of the basic human needs. Whatever I'm deficient in, someone is always willing to give me those attributes that I'm looking for, right? So it makes a perfect storm as far as cheating goes with both sexes. In your past relationships, who cheated? And if you had to put your finger on why they cheated, why would that be? For me, if I had to put my finger on why my mates cheated, like I said, one guy was married that I didn't know he was married, but he was married, and so I was the side piece, for lack of a better word. I was the side chick, and he was unhappy with his wife, but wasn't ready to leave because it's, you know, like the song says, it is cheaper to keep her. But like I tell a lot of my male friends who are married, it's cheaper to keep her up until a certain point. Mentally and physically and emotionally, it's going to take a toll on you. So you might want to break free while you got the chance, right? Like I said, I'm very bad at it. I suck at it. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to give my time and attention to more than one person anyway. And sometimes just giving it to that one person is a stretch because I'm very busy. I'm also very tired with work and everything else that I do. So I couldn't juggle two boos if I tried, you know. If anybody has been the victim of an unfaithful mate, was it divorce or breakup worthy? In my mind, yes. If I was married to a spouse who cheated, immediately going to the lawyer's office and immediately filing paperwork. Otherwise, we can work everything else out. But that cheating shit, no. Would you ever get back together with that person? You know, sometimes things happen, it's not the right time for the two of you to be together. But after some time apart and some growth, two people mature and they come back to the table ready to make it work. I've known people who have divorced and over the course of decades found each other again and got remarried. So there is hope. There is definite hope. In 2020, I have a subscriber program that's coming up, and whatever swag I buy for me, I will send you one for free. So make sure you contact the Facebook page and send me a message, and I'll give you all those details. Starting in 2020, it's going to be a really good year of giveaways. So make sure you stay tuned for swag. Maybe I have tickets to events. Maybe I have some discounts at restaurants and what have you. So follow me on my Facebook page and my Instagram and my Twitter, and also visit my website, become a subscriber. And next week we'll be talking about a different topic, and hopefully you guys will join me. Thank you to Kashana and Amy and the rest of the viewers who chimed in. This was a pretty short live, but short and sweet nonetheless. So if you have any topics you want me to cover, just hop down in the comments or hit me in the DMs and let me know. All right, y'all have a good one. Take care.